Hello everybody and welcome. Hope you guys and girls are well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Right, last time I mentioned I'd be sort of fixing this up. I've moved this out the way because I found some nice interesting, I bid for this at auction, which is 1964 VW Beetle. It's in rough shape. I paid... What did I pay for it? I paid £6,000 for it. That from the auction. It's looking pretty rough shape. What I know from this is is a mod, obviously. I will leave a link for this down in the description down below. But download, before you go and download it, peeps, you will need the Porsche DLC, or Porsche DLC as some people pronounce it. Because if you don't have it, you're going to get bits missing, like the engine, 'cause it uses vital parts from Porsche DLC. I had bought that. I bought that along the Jag DLC. I decided to buy them all anyway. Just because they're all on sale anyway. But anyway, first things first. Let's move it over to... I want to move you over to the Siwasha. Was it obviously an ex-police car in the former life? This has got seats still in it. But what I will say to you, if you, again, once you have downloaded this, make sure you've got the Porsche DLC first before installing this mod, because if you don't, you may come across little problems initially. Like the first one I bought had a brand new engine in it, so I sold it at a profit, like 20 grand profit, because I didn't think that was right. Because I downloaded this mod not realising it needed the Porsche DLC, and then looked at it in my garage and it's like, it's got a brand new engine in it. Why? And that's the reason why. Because I had to buy, because I bought the DLC after I'd installed this, so bear that in mind. But anyway, let's see how much it's worth now. I'm not making so much of a loss now. Right, let's move it over to Lifter 2, because I know there's something else in Lifter 1 at the moment, which is this. This is what I plan on working on next. It's another mod, BMW. I don't know if I mentioned it was this one I was going to work on, the one on outside I was going to work on. I can't remember, it's too far back. I haven't done any videos for a while, and I can only apologise for that. I've been pretty busy looking after Dad and other things, life getting in the way mainly, meeting up some friends and catching up. Now this is weird because that's all one part. Now is it in here? Because it's also caught me out. There's like a... No, it's not in here. There's like a window frame on this. It will catch you out if you're not careful. I'm removing the parts, but I pretty know what score this is. It's going to be pretty wrecked. I will go through the checks actually on all the bits, so you can see how wrecked this is. We all know it's wrecked, but how wrecked we don't know. I know this thing won't start. One thing, I also bought the Jaguar DLC. I wasn't going to initially buy that, but I bought it on because I thought I'd bought it. They're all on sale anyway, so I grabbed them all at the same time. There isn't a Mark II in there, but there is an E-Type Jag in there. I didn't realise about that, so I'm going to keep an eye out for an E-Type. And hopefully grab my hands on one of them to restore, hopefully. Anyway, let's start tearing bits off of it. I know the engine won't start, so it's pointless doing any of them tests. But what I can do is I can do electrical test. What? No parts can get examined? Okay. There's obviously nothing left in there, it's electrical. Ooh, that ding means I've just gone up a level. I don't think that would have been a new box. I did find a box. In the barn, which I'll open now. Well. Oh well. Let's start on the back and work our way forward. Tear all the lumps off it, the lumps and bumps and everything else. There's also a new feature of this. There's now, for those people who don't know yet, there's ways, there's little photo zones which you can take your cars to and take pictures of them, which is kind of a nice touch. I'll show you once we complete this. Probably not today, because this is going to be, unlike the other one, more complicated to fix. The other one had a brand new engine. I was going to do that, and I started recording it, and I felt like it's like I was cheating you guys as well as myself to a challenge. So I just couldn't live with it myself, just continuing on, going, oh well, it's got a brand new engine, doesn't seem well right. So I thought, no, give myself a challenge, actually have a broken engine. Of course I still will store the engine off screen because it's a long-winded process, and I've not worked on the Porsche DLC or Porsche DLC. As people, I call it Porsche. Okay, take the strut out first, yeah. That will help. I wonder how much this is going to survive the restoration process. Probably not a lot. The engine, can I take the gearbox out from here? Yes, I can. Clutch and the release bearings and the rest of it can stay. I don't know what's going on over here with the oil. That just looks really ridiculous. I guess that's the modder's workaround. I doubt it's going to have any oil in it, but just in case, I will reel this under it and... Oh, it did have some oil in it. Cool. And then I need to bring it down, go down. Actually, while I won't bring it down just yet, I'll let's tear the front end a bit while I'm at it too. Otherwise, it needs to go back up again and then down again. Oops, sorry, move this mic a bit closer because I noticed it's a bit far away. Probably alright for sound, but just in case. I always like the older Beetles. I don't like the new ones. The old ones I always had a soft spot for them. I've only ever worked on a couple. I've never really worked on many. I did a bit of welding on one. And I did the front brakes and some of the electrics on the other. But that's all I've really done. They're not, well, they are quite rare, the older beetles. Not massively rare, but you don't see as many as you used to. When I was a youngster, I used to see them on the road quite often. But now, obviously, as they're getting a bit on, the arches rot really easily on these LV bugs. Normally I'd show you, but I don't actually have wings on it now. It's normally on the back wing, what they call the dash pot. It's the bit where it happens on VW Golfs as well, not so much. It used to be the Mark II Scirocco's used to suffer from it as well. It used to be pretty much, there used to be a little plate that sits over the front wing, so the back of the front wing, so the front of the back wing, I should say. Or you also got them on the back of the front wings as well, in some cases. And what happened is, obviously, over time, rust would get in between the plate and the wing itself. And then it's just because you wouldn't notice it because it's hidden, out of sight, out of mind, so to speak. That's where the rust was really start to get at it, and all of a sudden, before you knew it, yeah. So if I show you on the wings, imagine the wings being on this. It used to sit just here between the wing and the bodywork itself. It used to be on the back end of the front and the front of the back. Right about there as well. Some of them didn't have it on the front so much. They had them on the back, but didn't have them on the front. But it used to be, that's where they used to go, and it used to spread all the way up into there, and then you'd have to cut the wings off to actually get the, and then you'd have to grind that all out there. It's notorious, a hard, horrible bit for them to go. The back end wise, engine wise, used to go along here as well. They used to rot a lot along that back seam along there. I've done a few pre-mots on a few. Never, like I said, I've never actually done a lot of work on any of them. Are you going to come out easy, or are you going to come out with a fight? No, you came out easy. Cool. That can come out. No, I don't want to sit in. I don't want to sit in. No. Just want to remove the pieces in that. Hey, cool. Right, that should be everything off the car that was on the car. So it's just a shell now. It's just a shell. Let's weld it. I do like that Beamer. I've always had a soft spot for them. The older ones, not the newer ones. Them. I always wanted one. I nearly got a chance to have one. And I've done a lot of work on them. I've done work on a few of them. Right, so that's all welded up. You can tell it was a police car in its former life. Okay. Let's just quickly repair everything we can repair. I know I can't repair the engine right now. Well, actually, see if I... all I need to do with the engine aspects right now is tear... I could have done that off the... just tear that off. Tear that off. Actually, there might be some pistons and stuff still in this. Don't think so. Because I can see the pistons there. Which is technically right, because this would be a Porsche engine, which was originally a VW engine originally. Because the older Porsches, obviously, there wasn't much difference between them. The 358s were pretty much a glorified VW engine, VW chassis, just obviously a Porsche body on top, or Porsche body on top. Interesting. I can't take any of them out. I'll have to have a play with that. Oh, hang on. This is what, for you guys that don't know, this engine is what they deem as a horizontally opposed engine, or a Boxster engine. See how the configuration is. This is the same as on a Subaru Impreza, or on any Porsches. How the engine sits flat, so the cylinder head's all there. This would be the sump, and all the crank the crank and the bearings and all the guts of the engine and big end bearings all sit in this end of it. You won't let me remove that, will you? You're just being a pig. I guess now, can I take this off? Nope, because these are in the way. That would be a bit untrue if I can now remove. I was saying that technically this engine would be sitting here like it is. On the real ones, you can get to it via the sump on the bottom. You take the sump off of it, and then you just come up in the inside. But you would see it like that. You wouldn't see these two half shells like that. You'd see just that, and then this would all be one solid bit, and then you'd have to push them out by the tops of the heads or whatever, which was a bit of a pain, to be fair. Like, this has been a pain. I've taken all the other bits off. I'm going to worry about this in a minute. I'm taking way too long on this, as is. You won't let me get to those, because that's in the way. I wonder if I can reach from this side. There we go. No. See, that's in the way now. Will this come off? Yeah, there we go. Now, that's silly. That's just defying gravity. I just thought I was interested. Sorry guys, I got this sidetracked, but I was interested to see how this actual engine was. And it's genuine for the aspects of how they've done this bit. That is genuine. But this bit, obviously floating in midair, is not how that engine would come to bits. You would actually, like I say, take the sump off. You know, you'd have to pull it out that way. You'd slide the crank back once you've taken off. Once you've taken the flywheel off, the whole crank will slide back slightly, and then you pull the whole lot out. Anyway, I digress. Right, let's start putting bits on here. And restoring bits on this. Oh no, I broke that, I misclicked. Oh well. Luckily it wasn't anything major, like cylinder head or something expensive. No, I broke that bit too. I didn't want to break bits, really. You never want to break bits. I don't, well, unless you're a youngster and want to destroy stuff. Or you're in a really bad mood and you want to destroy something. It's like, take a hammer to it. That's something that's reminded me, actually. I've got to destroy a load of old fence panels. Break them up. So we can take them up the dump. Anyone else having problems with buying fence? No. Buying fence panels? I know so many people are asking for fence panels at the moment. It's unbelievable. It's like, yeah, sorry. Sold out. Sorry, sold out. No. I'm breaking too many parts. No, there's another one I broke. I'm not doing a delivery, Pete, obviously. No! I'm just misclicking. I don't really want to be spending all this extra money on parts. Oh, again, I've done it again. Don't do it on this, Kev. Whatever you do, this is a crucial part of the engine. It's probably going to be expensive to buy. Although crankshafts aren't exactly expensive either, I'd rather have it repaired if I can. Right, so I'll rebuild the engine off screen because we know that how tedious that's going to be. Let's see if we can get... I've got some body parts to work with. Not a great deal, but some. Did this have a front? Because last one, there's a really sneaky bit that sits between this and this, and it's really hard to spot unless you... It sits between that and that, between the screen and the body work. It's like a little bit of trim. And I was like, when I was building it, I was like, why? What am I missing? Right, anyway, let's start sticking whatever bits I've got on here back on. I know I've got to do the wheels. I'll do them off screen. And the suspension bits, I know I've got to do them as well. Again, I'll do them off screen. I'll buy all the parts off screen as well. But we'll stick whatever parts I've got on here that we've repaired, and then just see, one, if I make a profit from it as is. No more bearings, right, okay. Just stick the brake disc back on. No pads. Or I may have a couple of calipers still left. Ah, that's busted. Nuts. Oh well. Go forward. Forward. Thank you. Did we repair this steering rack? We did. Did any of them make it? They both made it. Cool. Come on, back on you go. No, I've got no bearings, so I've lost my bearings. none of them are any good. The pads would be no good either. We've got no brake servo. No. I think that's going to be knackered. That won't survive. I'll have to buy one of them. Oh, that didn't make it. That's a shame. Inner or outer tyre rods are probably knackered, but maybe just have a look anyway, just in case. Come on, let me click on that bit. Yeah, I knew that'd be. And I suspect the outer tyre rods will be tired. Fuel tank we're gonna need a load of. I think there's an electrical box that hangs around just above it as well. Yeah, there it is. It's just there. No power steering, which would be true for an old Beetle like this. It used to be just rack and pinion straight into it. But anyway, I digress. Well, I do have an odd 5 minutes of. Actually, just quickly. Did we get any? No, it didn't make it. That made it. That wasn't on there. Can't remember what was on this now. Did we have a door? That didn't make it, which is a shame. That didn't have that. How about the back? That made it. Didn't have that. Didn't have that. Didn't have that. Door made it. Nice. The windows, I think, are pretty all tired anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stick them back on. Keep them tapping that bit, but didn't have none of those bits. I might see if there's chrome options for them. Oh, there's a. Did I repair that? I didn't repair it, but see if I can repair it quickly. Nope. But try the body bit, Kev, maybe. See, there is a no chrome side skirt there, and I know there's options for this. So I'm going to have a look at the options and see if it has a chrome side skirt. I don't know if it looked good in it, but I'll leave it at that anyway, peeps. Let's have a look, see how much it's actually worth. Yeah, see, there's not enough back on it to even warrant selling it as is. But I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this as an episode. If you did, again, guys and girls, don't forget to smack the thumbs up. If you didn't like it for any reason at all, please feel free to hit the thumbs down. Leave comments either way, so at least then they'll know how to improve in the future. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and want to see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and smash the notification bell, sending you where as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.